Hi, welcome to our little talk today, which is going to be sponsored by Junior Achievement. Let's start by telling you a little bit about ourselves, and then we can go into a discussion about government jobs and taxes. First of all, I'm Larry Brown. I'm a volunteer with Junior Achievement, and I'm located in Charlottesville. My wife and I retired here, and before that, I worked in the human resources field, which is a job that helps companies hiring and managing their employees. I have 2 children and 3 granddaughters. My colleague today is Amanda.
Thanks, Larry, for introducing me. My name is Amanda Kish, and I live in Richmond, Virginia, a native of Virginia, and very excited to be with you all today. Together with my husband, we have 5 children, so they range from ages of 5 and 7, 8 and 9, and 12. So very much in the same age group as you all, and they are really excited, and you may see a few guest appearances from them today. I work for an accounting firm, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and what that means is we basically help companies manage their money and make sure that they're keeping their money secure and a lack of fraud, so people aren't stealing it. So we're really excited to be here today and talk more about money and more about taxes, something very familiar with.
Thanks, Amanda. As Amanda mentioned, today we're going to talk about some things that are important to all of us. The first of those is money. Money is important to us along with jobs. Now, Amanda, why do you think it's important to have a job?
We got to buy stuff. I know my kids want Legos and Pokemon cards and baseball cards. And so we need money to be able to buy stuff. But we also need to buy stuff that we need, like food and houses.
That's right. People have jobs to provide financial support to themselves and to their families. Some of the jobs people have are with local businesses, while other jobs are jobs with the government. Amanda, can you name a few jobs that people have in the local community?
Yeah, so you guys may have been learning about community workers. And so we're going to show a few videos of my kids showing you what community workers are.
What's a community worker, Gentry?
Fireman.
What does he drive?
Fire truck.
And what does he do?
Put out fires.
What's an example of a community worker?
A policeman.
What does he drive?
A police car.
And what does he do?
He saves people.
There's also other jobs other than community workers, which are local business owners. So maybe when you go to the ice cream shop, those are local businesses, or you have been on an airplane and you've ever seen a pilot fly an airplane, those are local businesses. I'm going to show you just a clip from what a pilot does.
What's an example of a local business person?
A pilot.
And what's the pilot fly?
A plane.
And where does the plane go?
From Florida to Alaska.
Some other local business jobs may be things like coaches for the local teams that you go to.
That's a great list of jobs, and those are some wonderful examples in those little videos you showed. Now, the money to pay people with each type of job is different. Some people get paid when they sell a good, like a toy or a car, and others when they perform a service. A service example might be a restaurant owner. Let me ask you a question. When your parents take you to an ice cream shop, what happens before you're allowed to start eating your ice cream?
You have to pay for it.
Correct. You have to pay for your ice cream cone before you can start to eat it. So the person in the ice cream shop is taking money in exchange for a good they're selling, in this case, the ice cream cone. Let's try another example. What's a job where somebody receives money in exchange for something they do or sell?
A baseball coach.
That's right. Tell me a little bit more about that.
When I take my kids to the baseball games, they're very adamant they have to get a ticket. And my kids love to know what seat they're going to be in. But in exchange for the ticket, we actually do get a seat, and that's how we get to watch the game.
That's right. Those are examples of local businesses. Local businesses help our community in two ways. First, they provide jobs, and then they produce goods and services that we all need and want. Now, let's pretend we talked about this ice cream shop. Let's pretend that last night there was a fire at the ice cream shop. What type of job would help the ice cream shop owner?
Firefighters.
That's right. And let's say that perhaps burglars broke into the ice cream shop last night. Who would help the ice cream shop owner then?
Oh, that'd be the police officers.
You're right again. Now, do you think that the ice cream shop owner has to pay the firefighters before they put the fire out, or the police before they say they'll investigate the burglars?
That'd be crazy. No, of course not.
Good answer. Now, do you think the firefighters and the police work for free?
No, they have to support their families. They need to pay for housing for their families. They can't work for free.
Right. Do you think I have a very smart partner? Firefighters and police are good examples of a special type of job called a government job. And government workers get paid in a special way, a different way. Our police, firefighters, teachers, and other government workers are paid by all the citizens and businesses in the community because what they do, they provide services that benefit everyone. So government jobs are made up of people who manage our cities also, like the mayor of the city, the governor of the state of Virginia, the president. The government's objectives are to protect and provide services to our community. So, Amanda, what do you think are some examples of other government jobs?
Well, the president, everyone knows who the president is. And then there's the FBI agents. I see those on TV a lot. Also, teachers. My kids see those every day.
Those are all good answers. Now let's talk for a minute about how these government employees get paid. So when you go to a store or a restaurant or you buy something, part of the money you spend goes to pay the people who work there. Is that correct?
That's right.
And we already said the government workers are a little bit different. They don't work for free and they get paid in a different special way. But who pays for them? In order to pay teachers, police, and firefighters, the government collects what we call taxes. So what are taxes?
So I've definitely heard of taxes because there is one thing that happens every year. You've got to pay your taxes. I've also heard my family talk about them, and most people say they don't really like to pay them. But I think the taxes are money we collect from our citizens, like our parents and our neighbors and our friends, our grandparents, and businesses also do because they need to pay for the government community workers.
Wow, you got that all correct. So what do you think some of the government services are that we get in exchange for our taxes?
Well, some of the ones we see every day. So the construction workers that are along the streets, fixing our roads, the librarians, when we go to the library, that help us check out books, the police cars and the policemen. So when you see cars riding on the road, or firefighters, when you see a fire station, those are what our taxes are getting paid to do.
Right. And another question for you, Amanda. Who pays taxes?
Everyone pays taxes. You pay taxes as an individual, but then also our businesses pay taxes.
Yes, that's right. Everybody pays taxes. So perhaps you can give me some examples of taxes, some we might know and some that are not familiar to us.
I can give you one that might be a real live example. So when you take a look at this slide that's in front of you, let's pretend, for example, we went and got an ice cream cone. And when you look up at the menu board, you see that the ice cream cone costs $5. But then when you go to the counter, you see that you actually have to pay $5.35. So what happens is that extra 35 cents is what you call tax. And that 35 cents is what goes to the government. So the business collects 35 cents on our behalf and gives it to the government. And then the government in turn uses that money to pay our police officers and our firefighters and our public school teachers. And so that's how the government collects money to pay our community workers. You'll also see Your parents in their paycheck, they actually get taxes taken out every time they get paid. So if they were going to make $100 a month, for example, you might see 20 of that or a portion of that come out and pay tax. So what actually gets deposited in their bank account is less than that, maybe $80. And that then $20 would go to support the community workers, which are teachers and firefighters and our police officers.
Those are all very good examples. I really like the one about the ice cream shop and the fact that you have to pay extra to get your ice cream, and that goes for taxes. So we all pay taxes, and we pay them on things we buy. We pay them through our jobs and on certain things we own, like houses and cars. So students, your teachers actually get paid by taxes. But you know what? The teacher also has to pay taxes.
Taxes certainly sound complicated, and I know why people don't like paying them, but they are necessary to have our community workers and support our communities, get great schools, protection from the police and the fire department. So when we hear about a tax collector or the government, I know that those people are important to keeping us safe in the community.
Well, thank you very much. So let's briefly summarize what we talked about today. First, we talked about government employees. And again, some government employees are the president, judges, policemen, firemen, teachers, and so forth. All of these government employees provide services that benefit everyone. Then we talked about how these government employees are paid. All of these people are paid by taxes. But as I mentioned, they also have to pay taxes. Taxes pay for people and services like school buildings, police cars, and our roads. So we hope you enjoyed our short talk today, and we're certain that your teacher can answer any other questions you might have about government employees and taxes. So we hope you have a great day.
Have a wonderful
Bye.
day. Bye.